Well, we've been faking this long enough as Republicans. Donald Trump's not a Republican. He doesn't represent our brand. He doesn't represent our future. He's a horrible human being at this point. We're watching that play out hour by hour in the courtroom. And we've been jamming this square peg through a round hole long enough, and it's time to turn the page. It's time to move on.
What's up, everybody? Major retired Richard Ojeda here. Former Georgia Lieutenant Governor Geoff Duncan's defection from the GOP signals a significant shift in Republican politics.
If we're going to heal as a party and truly get back to doing the things that we should do, and that's be conservative but not angry or crazy or liars, we should turn the page immediately from Donald Trump. And so that's really what I'm calling for. I'm voting for a decent person that I disagree with on policies over a criminal defendant who has no moral compass. And that's not tough to argue, right? Those are proven facts.
Duncan's public support for President Joe Biden underscores a growing sentiment among moderate Republicans that Trump's divisive rhetoric and actions do not align with the party values. Duncan's refusal to compromise on his principles, as seen in his scathing condemnation of Trump and advocacy for a departure from divisive rhetoric, sets a powerful example for other Republicans to follow. But will they?
You've called out New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu. You've called out Bill Barr for all supporting Trump. Now, they all say, look, it's because of the policy.
Does anybody think anything's going to get done if Donald Trump's the president? I mean, all he's going to do is go on this vendetta tour around the world. There's nothing that's going to be done. In fact, I would argue there would be more damage done.
Duncan, standing on principle, boldly rejects Trumpism and embraces a more inclusive conservatism. Meanwhile, Governor Chris Sununu faced intense scrutiny from anchor George Stephanopoulos over his flip-flopping support for the twice-impeached ex-president Donald Trump.
They're angry. They're upset. That's the culture change that people want to see. People are upset by January 6th. They're upset by the election denial. They have every right to be. I am. But at the end of the day, they need a culture change to get America back on track.
So, but wait a second right there. Your words were very, very clear on January 11th, 2021. You said that President Trump's rhetoric and actions contributed to the insurrection. No other president in American history has contributed to an insurrection. So please explain, given the fact that you believe he contributed to an insurrection, how you can say we should have him back in the Oval Office.
It's not, because for me, it's not about him as much as it is having a Republican administration, Republican secretaries, Republican rules.
Despite previously criticizing Trump and warning about potential chaos, Sununu's allegiance highlights a glaring contradiction in his political stance. He's a sellout that got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
I'm asking you a very simple question. You believe Donald Trump contributed to an insurrection. That's correct, right?
I stand by the statement.
You stand by the statement that he contributed to an insurrection. And you believe that someone, you believe that a president who contributed to an insurrection should be president again?
As does 51% of America, George.
Stephanopoulos' relentless questioning on whether a president involved in an insurrection deserves another term revealed Sununu's entanglement in the divisive web of Trumpism. The contrasting paths of Duncan and Sununu reveal the complexities within the GOP. Sununu's trajectory from vocal critic to fervent supporter of Trump exemplifies political opportunism and moral compromise. He's a bootlicker. One thing is clear. The Republican Party stands at a crossroads. Sununu's retreat into Trumpism highlights the influence of fear and expedience within the GOP, while Duncan's defection offers hope for a return to decency and integrity in politics. In the end, the choice is clear. Will the GOP continue to prioritize power over principle, or will it summon the courage to chart a new course guided by integrity and truth? As we reflect on the contrasting paths of leaders like Geoff Duncan and Chris Sununu, one question lingers. What will it take for the Trump faithful to break free from his spell? How difficult is it for Republicans to summon the courage and backbone needed to defend the American people from individuals like Donald Trump, who prioritize personal gain over the well-being of the nation? The answer may ultimately dictate the future of the Republican Party and indeed the course of our nation. As we navigate the complexities of our political landscape, one thing remains clear. the importance of voting for leadership committed to serving the people, not special interests. In the face of challenges and divisions, it is imperative that we elect representatives who prioritize integrity, honesty, and the well-being of all Americans. Only then can we truly chart a course towards a brighter, more unified future. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.